find it. Where is it?
Good morning. She gone?
I don't know what she's doing.
The cat was just meowing at the door, unable to comprehend that breakfast is in a normal place upstairs. She's usually a very intelligent cat. She missed out on something this morning in terms of breakfast, but even getting poured into the dish. So, here we are, another week. Looks like quite fresh today. Nice sunshine, bit of a breeze. The grass, tall grass, still not mowed, blowing in the wind. How did this happen? Coffee's good today. Cat's still not found its food. Oh, man. Now Eden is getting a slight insight into being an actual parent. When you tell them one thing, show them the thing, give them the thing, and they still don't realise, got it. Maybe that's it. How are you doing, Mr. Hannah?
Yeah, I am.
Hello.
Okay.
Good morning.
I was just sorting out the doglet. Oh, that was my face really close to the camera.
Yeah, you
Sorry about that.
All good.
That was very strange.
So, nice little weekend. Doing some family things. Being Father's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Second one without my dad. But it was actually, it was nice. I think at the time people said, at the time he died, that was the best Father's Day. But, as time goes on, you kind of just have the good memories, which is true. So, yeah, that was nice. That was cool. And we didn't do very many jobs for the weekend.
We didn't do jobs, but we had family, and that was
We
good.
did. That was a good thing.
It's important too.
Definitely a good thing. So yeah, here we are into another week. Definitely realised last week that I had, certainly the early part of the week, the previous week as well, got very tired, run down, trying to do too much. Surely not. There we go. And just in a much better headspace really now.
Sorry. Good.
To press on.
It's funny, isn't it? We spend all this time like doing jobs. I mean, the lawn is horrendous, okay? I'm not going to lie.
Doing
However,
a small goat really.
The whole of the back, we could do with a small goat.
A couple of them. Little pygmy ones. I quite like those.
But picnics. But if there was a crisis, what you'd care about is how close you were with your family and friends.
Yeah.
You wouldn't care if the lawn was mowed.
No, it's true.
So, I'm not saying that jobs don't need doing. Of course they do, but sometimes you've got to prioritise the stuff that really matters.
That's correct.
Yeah. So I think, anyway. Having said that, I'm looking outside, and next door have clearly prioritised their garden this weekend. So we should probably pull our finger out.
Yeah, but they've been remodelling theirs.
They have, yeah.
From fairly reasonable, because they did it when they moved into and levelled up again. A similar fence to ours, so it's kind of like matching,
it's
corresponding.
Nice. Same colours.
Yeah, looking really good. So, and then the next doors across, they've done theirs, which is
They've
cool.
not done the same colour though, and I wish they had, because wouldn't it be good if it was like...
No, there we go. So, Monday, it's all about getting into a new week, back on track in some ways.
You seem like you're just waking up.
I am a little bit. But I didn't just wake up. I woke up around about 20 past 6. Someone else was awake and downstairs with the TV on, music on. Could hear that.
Was it too loud?
A little bit.
Sorry.
So then I watched the very end of the programme I started watching yesterday in the bath. I didn't watch it in the bath this morning. I was watching it in bed this morning. So I finished watching that.
Makes it sound like you've got the laziest life.
No.
Started watching a TV programme in the bath.
The only time I had yesterday to watch
bed.
the TV programme I wanted to watch was when, as multitasking, I do it at the same time as in the bath. Plus, I can't, when I start watching a series, I can't stop watching it until I finished it.
Oh, it's true.
So I've got
it gets
one more.
Boring, I've got to be honest.
No, this is my personal viewing. Got one more to watch.
Yeah. Is it good?
Michael Jordan, yeah.
Oh,
amazing.
that one.
Amazing.
Oh, so then I get a play-by-play in the car.
Yeah.
So Mark watches it,
and
then I get to basically watch the same show, but by Mark telling me all the things.
So that's good. There we are.
Which is, as you can imagine, just how I love watching a TV show.
He was Michael Jordan, very driven individual. That made his team better for it, not worse. Well, some of his team were upset a little bit, I think.
Made his team better, yeah. It's interesting though, you've got to look at it in the context of a whole life, haven't you? Like, you could look at people who have done incredible things, and then, like, their family was falling apart, or, you know, whatever. I'm just using that.
It's quite cute. We've got some good footage of his sons in the later years. At the time he's, like, in 1998, which is the last, was what the series actually is focused on. It's called The Last Dance, which was the final season.
I know, which I totally thought was going to be, like, some kind of 90s hip-hop movie.
The music
I was ready for it to be
like a proper hip-hop movie it would be. Not a poppy one. No, not one of those rubbish ones.
They weren't, you know, first she's a ballerina, and then
he's an ice hockey player.
Meets a hip-hop dancer, and then she, you know, she has an injury, so she can't be a ballet dancer anymore, so she transfers into hip-hop, and suddenly she's amazing, even though she has no experience of the culture or the music or anything, but she's got a ballet background, so it's very realistic.
Damn that.
Not at all.
Ballet, white privilege, bring it. It's true though. I mean, that's what they're saying, aren't they, basically? Give me 17 minutes with your culture and I'm just better at it than you now.
Right. You can joke, but they were good films.
They were good films. So
they were my upbringing. No, not my upbringing, you know. I mean, obviously, I had more upbringing than that.
You missed out on the 18.
No, 18 every week. Didn't watch Airwolf.
Yeah, I liked Airwolf. It's amazing sometimes you look back at these things. Airwolf was pretty rubbish, if you think about it. There's not many stunts you could do with a helicopter that you haven't done kind of after the first couple of episodes. And really, after the first couple, when you get a little bit older, you watch it, you're like, actually just using stock footage now. It's now evading another helicopter in the same move, in the same camera shot as the previous time. This is a bit lame.
But you liked it at the time.
I did like it at the time, yeah. I mean, helicopter that can basically go into space and go super fast and fires like some rockets and things. It could evade aeroplanes and things.
You don't care if it's stock footage, really?
No, it was doing cool stuff. And slightly more realistic than Knight Rider because the helicopter didn't talk.
Knight Rider was very realistic, I'll have you know.
There's two things unrealistic about Knight Rider. The fact the car talks. I mean, that's obviously more of a possibility now.
Well, there you go then. It was just futuristic.
You can have Alexa in your car.
There you go, see?
Yep, that's it. That's basically what it was. Except this Alexa could drive the car, which probably isn't very far away.
No, see?
A friend yesterday was telling me about the fridge they're looking at getting. They're not looking at getting, that's why the £3,000 fridge from Samsung, if you program it and put your food in the same place all the time, it recognises when said food is running out and will add it to your Tesco order or whatever service you set up. It's a Wi-Fi enabled fridge.
Oh, I don't like that.
£3,000 from Samsung.
That's not my favourite. We're one step away from the robots taking over.
Correct. But also, that design of car, David Hasselhoff got his perception he's quite a tall guy. How did he even fit in the car?
He had folded.
He had to fold?
Yeah, it was when he got in, you watched his legs go in first, and then he kind of scrunched down.
So how did he get in and out really quick to do stuff?
Practice.
Right.
The Hoff is secretly a ninja.
It's like Jeremy Clarkson.
Can you imagine? David Hasselhoff is a secret ninja.
No. David Hasselhoff, when Top Gear, what's his name? Jeremy Clarkson, they're bringing this supercar, this brand new Ferrari thing.
Yeah, but he hasn't got the flexibility of the Hoff, you can tell.
You could tell. Not in those days. I mean, obviously, David Hasselhoff, flexible all the way.
I reckon he can...
Still flexing in now. I mean, less flexing in his face, I think. That's Botox, but...
He's still alive, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah. But,
can you imagine if we...
Yeah, they bring Jeremy Clarkson.
Like joking about his flexibility and he's not even alive.
I'm just going to now show you around this brand new, amazing Ferrari, but I can't drive it because I can't physically fit in it. You have to be like a 11 stone Italian man to go in this car. That's probably what they're aimed at, to be fair, though.
Or a woman.
Yeah, correct. 100%. Not a slightly overweight, middle-aged man.
Who's tall?
Who's tall, yeah.
He carries it well, that's because he's tall.
Yeah.
He might as well just enjoy, you know.
Do you think, I mean, a lot of people obviously have done lockdown video type stuff, obviously like this. Do you think Jeremy Clarkson has a because his hair's now gone so wild, because he hasn't been able to have a cut, it's like...
Oh, Jeremy Clarkson, he doesn't care for the rules. He's got a hairdresser on retainer. He's
Actually,
moved them in. I reckon he
about
moved them in at the beginning. Like, just for sort of, do you know what? I can't be looking less than epic. So he moved...
This is it.
That's a brilliant... David, Jeremy Clarkson doesn't care for the rules.
What about... There was a... I didn't read the whole article, but there was a thing that yesterday, I think it was on BBC Sport, actually, have the footballers still got good hair if no one's been allowed to go to the barbers?
Because loads of their wives are hairdressers.
You can't start pigeonholing.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. I bet,
No, you're right, actually.
I bet they are. Hairdressers and beauticians.
Yeah, a lot.
So they stay like, you know, epic.
But also because they have been allowed to go training.
And I just fell out of bed.
I can do about it now.
Sorry.
Because I've been allowed to go to training in the last few weeks, because they were allowed to start training before they started to play, obviously.
They were allowed to start training. How did they manage to do that? Did they get... Let's do it all socially distanced?
No.
But yet you're not allowed to go and see your parents?
No, because this is the reason the football clubs are paying for their own testing.
Right.
So then they can say, actually, you haven't got it, so you can come to training.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You can't come to training.
So if I could pay for my own testing...
Correct.
I could just see who I liked.
No, as long as they've been tested as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Everyone have been tested.
I'd be like testing everyone.
Test.
You can come and see me. I'll take your temperature first.
Yeah. So, but I also reckon that one of the first things they said, the footballers said, was actually probably written into their contracts, I'm not coming to training unless you have a barber set up in the spare physio's room.
Do you reckon that they all were on furlough and got 80% of the wage?
That would have been ridiculous, wouldn't it? That would have been ridiculous.
Right, so they have to start playing because they can't possibly be paid that insane amount of money.
True. But do you think BT Sport went to the government and said, we're going to have to apply for a grant because we paid 85 million for this year's Premier League and now they're not playing. So can you bail us out? No, I don't think it happened. I think that was all right.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
The rugby players all took
that's because
at least
20, rugby players
25% cut. And it's got some knock-on effects with contracts now, but I'm done with it. I'm done with the contract side of rugby because it's just a mess. It's just a mess. Basically, it's created a loophole where now anyone can pay any sort of salary this year. Seriously, because if you need to pay them more to give them back their salary they've taken off this year, then you can. All right, so now we're going to pay. We'll pay. You
know who's going to be winning then, don't you?
Saracens. What for the
Saracens?
For the league? He is laughing. For the league below, they're still going down.
Going down. Yeah, 100%.
But they'll never stay down because they only have a Premier League contract, which is a big mess.
Maybe you should go into like rugby podcasting.
No, because yes, good, but some good rugby podcasts out there.
Oh, I'm not saying
I enjoy listening to. Very, very good. Like the House of Rugby is good. Long. They talk for ages on that, but that's because they usually have some really interesting people on. So they had what's his name, Sam Burgess on.
But you've got to have time.
Yeah, he had some amazing stories because he is mates with Russell Crowe.
You're not going to retell them now, though, are you?
No. But he was telling the story about when he was injured. He ended up in New York with Russell Crowe doing a film, and then he said, Russell's like, "Oh, just come meet me at this club night I'm going to this week." Then he was hanging out with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Literally,
you're not allowed to call Russell Crowe Russell.
No.
You have to call him Mr. Crowe.
Mr. Crowe.
Sir Russell a lot.
Sir Russell a lot. That was a good one.
Thanks.
Sir Russell a lot.
We're just talking absolute nonsense, love. Have you got anything interesting to say?
I've been reading this morning.
What
reading some good stuff. That actually, this is good. I'm going to talk about it more, well, less extensively, but in a concise way on a different video.
You're not doing
later
so
today
well
or tomorrow.
I want to talk about it more, well, less, in a different video, in a concise way. Not
just
here.
that. We've talked about this before. That the approach is more important than the method for a lot of things.
In what sense?
In what sense? So this is a business sense I've been talking about, that we can get easily fixated on the kind of micro moving parts, the real kind of basics, the things that really aren't that important. And actually, it's the bigger picture things that are more important. So in this sort of business stuff, we talk about health and fitness business online, it's things like the company name, how do you get, which software package you use if you use software, what do you use to deliver your programs. Whereas basically it's talking about the bigger picture is what information you actually need to convey to your clients. How do you convey your message to get clients and all that sort of thing. That's the bigger picture stuff, and then you can transfer that to health and fitness. You know, the actual, some of the methodology of what you do to exercise is not as important as actually just doing exercise. Yeah,
just moving.
There's more for me. There's more methodology if you're trying to work in very kind of specific field of.
Yeah.
If it's muscle building, there's going to be some stuff you need to do and some stuff that'll be less helpful. But overall, for health and fitness, and then for losing weight, there's certain principles that are just fairly universal.
Yeah.
And it's how you implement those things that's more important. The approach, which actually is to do with consistency.
What you're going to be able to maintain.
Yeah, maintaining
and enjoy.
Enjoying, yeah, definitely. I mean, my problem is I enjoy a lot of health and fitness activity, and therefore have to decide which ones I'm going to do. You know, so. Genuinely enjoyed like doing lunge and listen, but having to do that at 6 a.m. in the morning was killing me off. So actually my alternative health and fitness activity of 30 minutes more rest and recovery is actually more beneficial. So yeah, it's balancing those things out, getting things in the right place, and just keeping on going then.
And things are seasonal as well, aren't they? So what's working for a certain season might not work because you've changed your job or, you know, whatever it is. You can't afford to go to that gym anymore.
No.
So you know, I think that for a lot of people over this time, obviously it's not about necessarily not being able to afford it, but gyms haven't been closed. For a lot of people that relied like solely on weights, and they worked out their whole schedule around weights, and it's thrown people for a loop, really.
Yeah, big time.
And actually, it's like, guys, it's really not that big a deal.
Yeah.
You can do other stuff, you can do stuff at home.
Work on a different aspect for a while. But I've seen, honestly, one of the best bodybuilders in the world. He's only based in Leeds, natural bodybuilder. And he's just been like, do you know what, I'm going to focus on cycling and walking. And I'll do some weights at home. But I mean, he's a world champion powerlifter as well. So he can shift some stupid weight, like ridiculous. And he's just been like, I'm not going to do that now for the next time, but I'm going to focus on a different aspect of my fitness. And actually, he's seen on social media, he's steadily lost 7 kilos because he was purposely adding weight to lift more weight. And he's just said, well, it's an enforced period of time where I'm not going to be able to lift that weight, so I'm going to just focus on a different aspect. Obviously, that's, like I say, it's his job. He takes it seriously, his job is fully amateur, but you know, that's what he's done. Yeah, that's all he can do in a sense. He's got some weight he's been using at home, doing some different aspects, but nothing like.
I mean, obviously, if what you're wanting is to go for that kind of bodybuilding thing, you know, that's different, isn't it? You're going to have to kind of recognise that for a season, you have to rest from that or whatever. But I think for most people, you know, just like your regular guys who, you know, legs day, tricep day, bicep day.
Those aren't actual days that really anyone needs. No. Arms days fine, but don't do them separate. Well,
but
let's not do science.
But actually, for a lot of those people like that, there's so many things that you can do at home. I mean, how many people that go in and lift loads of weight can do handstand press-ups? Do you know what I mean? So practice something different.
Yeah.
And for a lot of people, it's just, you know, just keep moving, just find something different that's, you're not going to lose anything. You might actually gain something. You might find, you know, do some yoga and realise that you actually
got some mobility and flexibility.
Have got some flexibility.
Yeah.
It's never too late.
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely say that one of the reasons I can still squat and deadlift now is because I started doing yoga and Pilates about 4 years ago now. Because otherwise I think my lower back and my shoulders would be knackered.
Yeah.
And they kind of feed into each other. I believe that moving well keeps you moving well. But I wasn't moving well. Things were getting tight and damaged and not moving in the right direction. And then through practice in different directions, the actual movement itself and movements around it to make those movements better. Actually, I'm better at it than probably not than I've ever been right now. But yeah, it certainly reached a level that I hadn't been at before. Ian Lift's Burgers. It's not open yet. You can't be having your morning coffee in McDonald's yet. Are you walking around the drive-through or getting someone to drive you around? Because I know how much you do like your McDonald's cappuccino, which is fair enough, you know. Actually, with everybody else shut, their coffee is actually reasonable enough to go and get. I've got...
My coffee's reasonable.
Your coffee is really good. Your coffee is very, very good, and greatly appreciate that.
Nice.
But if you're out and about...
So he's walking to school and back twice a day, which
really
is
cool.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, keeping him moving. It's important.
That's it. I've realised, since having my tracking watch, that actually 10,000 steps is around about just under 10 kilometres. So if you get those in a day, with your general movement, you've actually walked a 10k a day.
Oh.
Because my little stride length's about a metre.
Oh, babes. I think
So
it depends what your goals are, doesn't it? Yeah. Depends what your goals are, because I think you can, Levi. If your goals are just to have health for your life, then, you know, just keeping moving is enough, isn't it? Eating a relatively healthy diet and keeping moving. If your goals are to look a certain way or to be able to lift a certain amount, that's different. Yeah. You've got to put different things in place. Yeah. But
I mean, I've talked about, certainly in my health and fitness videos, more about if you can maintain at the moment without the gym and all those things, then great. You know, you're definitely doing something right. And if you then can make progress in the direction you want to go in terms of any health and fitness goals, even better, you know, because you really kind of have to be a bit more out of the box and try some different things to do that right now. So that's really cool. I think a lot of people, as we've said before, are going to be certainly have more kind of tools, more kind of ways of doing things from this period of time, from just experimenting with what's going on, experiment with the time they've got in terms of health and fitness, particularly. You know, there's a joke with some people that obviously I work directly with that 19,000 a day. Look at that. That's
nice.
A price. That's a good step.
Ian.
Yeah. That some people thought I was a bit bonkers when I started using bands in the gym. They're long resistance bands to do some exercises. But now they're like, I wish I'd got some bands where you told me to, or they'll message me saying, where can I get bands? Because actually they've really come into their own and they're even more versatile than to scramble to find weights to use at home.
Yeah.
Because if you've got some weights, you add the bands, you've put the resistance into a place where it's actually similar to then using the gym.
Yeah.
So,
and actually the thing with bands is you can use them anywhere. Yeah. Like, okay, nobody's going on holiday right now, but you can just whack them in your case, take them with you. So.
Yeah, the red band and the black band. It's a bit like the red pill and the blue pill, but you don't have to choose that.
Or the red car and the blue car.
How to run a race.
Yeah.
That's the Milky Way.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it. Love it. There we go then. So as I've said before, in different formats, it's just about adapting and adjusting.
Yeah.
Focus on some different things and keep going. Yeah.
Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming. Just keep moving. Just keep saying it. I find it, I pretty much say it every time I do a workout online. On the video, I'm in the 4th round or 5th round myself going, just keep going, just keep going, just keep moving. Or it's just keep squatting. And I'm just like, who am I saying this to? Am I saying this for the video or am I saying this for myself?
Yourself.
Myself, yeah, 100%.
For sure.
100%. So we're going to jump off because I need to prepare this morning's workout at 7:27. It's a good chat. And have a really good day. Enjoy the sunshine when you walk to and from school, Ian. And there we go. Another week. Really good, guys. Okay, if anything that we can help support with, as always, please give us a shout. And we'll see you tomorrow morning.
See ya.
See ya.